Hey Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your 2020 prediction for the year ahead. So this is for all Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Virgo. So if you have Virgo placement in your chart, you are in the right place. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel, liked, shared my videos, and commented. If you comment, I will answer you back if your YouTube settings allow me to. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when my latest videos are published. I produce at least one video per sign each week. So in this case, I'm going to do this yearly video, and then in a couple of days, I'll have your January 2020 video out too. So check back for that. I've been reading tarot for about 20 years, but I've also been studying the law of attraction and metaphysics for more like 30 years. So I do weave into the readings quite a bit of my knowledge from that. I'm a fully licensed clinician too. I have a full clinical and a full macro license. So sometimes I start to give some of that information as well. It just depends on what spirit guides me to tell you what I think is important. So in these next couple of days, Virgo, I would suggest you set your intentions for the year ahead. Know that whatever you want can be yours. Okay, don't limit yourself. The universe wants to deliver good things to you. You're here to expand, to grow, to have fun, to have joy on this journey. So know that those things, there's nothing that's off limits to you, Virgo. So set your intentions, write them down, be very clear on what you want, and focus on positive things around you. You know, spend your energy and time talking about positive things, be with positive people. Pay attention to the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And if you find that they're negative, you might need to find a new 5 people to spend time with, because you want to be around uplifting, positive people who understand this journey like you do. So we are going to pull a card for each month, clarifiers if needed, and each quarter I'm going to give you an Ask and It Is Given card from Esther and Jerry Hicks. These are longtime teachers of the law of attraction and how to manifest through the teachings of Abraham. So if you're not familiar with Abraham Hicks, I would suggest you check out Abraham at some point here. So this is for Virgo for 2020. Okay, so we have January. Sorry if that's a little bit dark there. I've got a very bright light. February, March, and April. I've got a very bright light on the cards because it's been kind of gloomy today, but I might have to just slide these just a touch. All right, this is May, June, July, and August. This is really interesting. September, October, November, and December. So this is interesting because while I was shuffling, I kept getting the Ace of Pentacles for you. I kept getting that you're going to be having a big offer. And what's interesting is you have the Page of Pentacles in March, and then right down below it, you have that big pentacle, that big offer coming. So, you know, what I would say for you is ask and it is given. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't be afraid to ask for your heart's desire this year. So you begin the year here with this 7 of Wands, and it's like there's no obstacle that's going to stop you. So if it's a relationship that's been kind of brewing here and there's been something in the way like distance or money or some kind of a mundane thing that seems like it's been causing it to be stagnant, you're going to be able to maneuver around that. If it's something work-related or financial, again, you're going to be guided around the things that might be stopping you so that you can allow those things to be brought into your life in the beginning of 2020. So this is for January. I do see, just so that we are clear here, Virgo, you've got Earth here, you've got air, you've got Gemini, Pisces, water, fire. So you've got all the elements represented. Yeah, and so in terms of like a really strong indicator, if it's a Pisces or a Gemini, if it's a love reading you're interested in and you're getting that out of this, then that could certainly be for you. So February, you're going to be taking some action, or they're going to be taking action. So again, with those first 2 months being represented by wands, this is all about taking action and moving forward. So I definitely see you moving forward throughout the year here, Virgo. Not a lot of stagnant energy in these cards, which is great. But I do see for this Queen of Wands, you might need to take the lead on some of this and make some decisions and put some things out there, whether it's your feelings or your opinions on what needs to happen next. If it's either work or relationship, being very clear in your intentions, but also speaking up for yourself. This is not the time to be a wallflower, and that's going to pay off. So if you speak your mind, you have good ideas. This is an intelligent queen, a confident queen. You have good ideas, and don't be afraid to share them with people, because what you're thinking is going to bring accolades for you. So you're going to definitely have an offer by March. If it's love that you're interested in, or if it's financial, there's going to be an offer in March. So you might have to put in the work in January and February, but you will reap the rewards in March. Now, this is a page, and sometimes it's kind of a smaller offer, but it's definitely the inclination. The ball is moving forward, okay? So it may be kind of an offer that is, he's got this little pentacle that he's holding up, maybe a smaller offer, but it's nevertheless going to be on the right track. And then here we go into April with the Lovers. So if you were single on Valentine's Day, by Easter time, you're going to be in love. You are going to have somebody who's really smitten with you. And there's balance in this. It's an equal, reciprocal, you're head over heels. I'm getting that for some of you, that you are going to be so smitten with this person, and they're going to be vice versa. You're not going to have anything where you feel worried or jealous or questioning anything. Now, if it's work, it's going to be like a career match is what I'm getting for some of you. If you've got some kind of a project you're developing, it's going to be a match for you. So by April, you're going to be very clear on that. So here is your Abraham Hicks card. I learned to pay attention to my feelings. Your emotions are absolute indicators of your current point of attraction. They help you know in any moment whether or not you are currently allowing the fulfillment of your desire. It is our encouragement that you pay attention to how you feel and allow your emotions to be the valuable indicators they are. So that's very sage advice. If we pay attention to how we feel, we can be guided in the right direction. But oftentimes we ignore intuition, we ignore gut instincts and feelings, and we logically try to talk ourselves out of it. I've done it myself many, many times, but the more knowledge that I have, the more I will listen to myself and believe in myself and trust in myself. I think that's part of it too for you guys for this next year, is learning to really trust yourself and know that you're being intuitively guided. So the other thing about feelings is, if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, that is the manifestation or the indicator of your vibration. So we attract where we are vibrationally. There's a vibration of everything. If I put these cards under a microscope, they would be vibrating. If you measured my thought waves, those have a vibrational frequency to them. So like attracts like. So if you are trying to attract a certain thing and you're feeling really uptight and anxious, and the thing you want is, something really high vibrational, you are not going to be a match to it. It's not going to come in. So raise your vibration by doing things that are fun, by being around fun people. I do think in May, I think some things come in very quickly. So you get that smaller offer, then you get the Lovers, and I think it gets you a little bit up in your head. So in May, the guidance here is do not overthink your situation, okay? Don't replay things in your mind, because again, sometimes when we go negative and we're thinking negative things, they can come to fruition. I have had that happen in my own life, And when it did, I was completely shocked, but I almost immediately knew and could recount the times that I had had these negative trains of thought. So in May, watch your thinking, do meditation at least 10 to 15 minutes a day to just quiet your mind. So you find a soft ambient sound. It could be your dryer. It could be, if you live in a warm weather place, air conditioner coming on, and just focus on that sound for 10 to 15 minutes. Quiet your mind so you're not thinking of subjects, and that's how you do that to raise your vibration. Now, here you have the moon. Whoops. And with the moon, this can very well be about secrets being revealed and something coming to light. So I think where you are stressed out, and that's a 9, so that's like the 9 of Swords is almost coming to conclusion. But with this moon card, what I think happens is whatever you were kind of worried about or concerned about, with the next cards that follow, I think you can lay it to rest. I don't think it's going to be something where something's going to be brought to light. But what I will tell you is the moon can guide you. This can also be a great time to manifest. So this is in June. June may be a very strong manifestation month for you, to be very clear in your intentions. And the reason why I say that is in July, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a huge offer. This is a manifestation coming to fruition. It is a resource. It is always a resource. This is a great card in relationships, but also in certainly career and money. So for you, if your focus is career and money, if you can, in June, set your intentions. July, you're going to see dividends, big dividends from that. And again, if you can quiet your mind and focus on the parts of the relationship that you really like here's a great thing to do. Write down 10 characteristics or things about your mate that you really love. So it could be things like, I was in a relationship where we went to a lot of concerts after I hadn't been to concerts in many years, and I realized how much I loved them. And that was something really fun. My partner had access to really fun cars all the time. So when we would go out of town, we'd drive a different car, a very upscale, high-end, expensive, exclusive car, and that was fun. He wasn't afraid to spend money on nice things, things like that, that were, again, those are all more in the material plane. But there were other things too where we would, laugh, and I'd think about a specific event. That kind of thing is the way that you want to raise your vibration, so that this Ace of Pentacles, because this is all about new growth, it's about vitality, it's really about, having something that your heart has desired, that you have wanted for a long, long time, getting your dreams to come true right here. So the next card in August, interesting that you have 2 aces right next to each other. And with the Ace of Swords, this is also communication. So you may have somebody, if it's a relationship, where they come out and really tell you what they're thinking. So if there's been any confusion in the beginning of this quarter with May and June, by August it'll be very clear. This is all about clarity. So I don't feel like for the remainder of the year you're going to have a lot of confusion or, things that are not being revealed to you. I really think more will be revealed the more you go on into the month here. Into the year. So this is your Abraham Hicks card. An empty feeling is telling me something important. A negative feeling indicates that your current choice of thoughts is so out of harmony with your source energy that you are disallowing your full connection to that energy stream. You could say that your fuel tank is approaching empty. Your emotions do not create, but they do indicate what you are currently attracting. Okay, so pay attention to those negative thoughts and work your way out of them quickly. Now here we go into September, and you've got the 5 of Cups, and this is all about self-pity. So it may be kind of one of those blue months where you just kind of get in a funk. And so again, you're gonna use these cards in this reading to predict, like, hey, I don't want that. this is a vibrational indicator, but it doesn't mean that you have to fall prey to this. You could decide, you know what, I'm going to look around for the things that please me. There's 2 cups that are standing, and he has his back completely turned on those 2 cups because he's feeling sorry for himself in some way. I do feel like this is a very minor setback. It's a 5, and that always indicates change. But with the rest of the cards in the reading, I feel like it could be something fairly minor, like you have a falling out with somebody at work or a friend, and it doesn't please you, but you don't have to live in it. That's what I'm getting. You don't have to live there. You can keep moving forward. And with the Knight of Cups in October, you're going to, okay? I feel like there's almost 2 storylines here at play, and it's like you're having maybe some kind of challenges at work, and it's not like you're going to have money issues, but it's more like power struggles is what I'm getting. But in the love sector, I think, Virgo, it's going to be very solid. You have a big offer with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. This is an offer of commitment, stability. It is a soulmate connection with the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups, and they're interestingly aligned in a diagonal formation. So I do feel like whoever this is for, I don't think you're going to have uncertainty in love. It's more about there's some other partnership here that's got a little bit of a wobble to it. So be mindful of that, okay? And don't let it color your whole world. If you have one compartment of life that isn't working how you want it to, it really has to do with your alignment. So you get some of what you want and some of what you don't want, and you just want more of what you want is basically what that comes down to. Next in November, we've got the King of Swords. And I actually think this is where you kind of say, screw it. Whatever this conflict is, I actually think you just kind of say it like it is. You know, you give your 2 cents and you kind of just go your separate ways. Kind of like, you know what? I just want to wrap this up. I don't want this to continue on. It's annoying. And that's what I'm getting to. The energy is almost like an annoyance. It's not a devastating energy. It's not a tower kind of energy. It's not that powerful. It's more like this thing that just keeps popping up that's really annoying. But I think after November, it's not going to be. I think you're going to say what you need to say and put it to rest. And then you've got the 3 of Cups in December. And this is very celebratory. I keep getting this in the readings. But for some of you, this could be a more like a commitment, like an elopement, an engagement. Possibly for somebody here, it's possible there could be a surprise pregnancy. So if you don't want that, be careful. But I do think it's more of a celebratory, like group celebratory thing where your family's excited, the people around you are incredibly happy. It's just going to be a very uplifting end to the year here for you, Virgo. So the last card we have here for your Abraham Hicks cards, I have the ability to direct my own thoughts. You have the option of observing things as they are or of imagining them as you want them to be. And whichever option you choose, your thoughts produce a vibration within you that equals your point of attraction, and then circumstances and events line up to match the vibrations that you have offered. So I see this happening all the time for me, and it's with sometimes little things. The other day I talked about a friend who owned a restaurant, and then out of nowhere, and it's kind of an obscure restaurant. It's not as popular as it used to be. It's not a chain. I got a gift card for Christmas from my boss to this particular restaurant. And then the owner of this place had actually moved away and sold the restaurant, but their name is still on it. And they put up a Facebook post of actually something really horrible that happened to them, but they haven't been on social media in months. And out of nowhere, then they cropped up. And so those synchronicities can happen. And, you know, part of it, when I look at that, it's like, okay, I'm thinking about this person. And that's why they keep popping up in different ways. So what you observe will show up in subtle ways like that, which was even kind of a little bit creepy, but in less subtle ways too, okay? So watch that. Watch your thoughts and guide them in a positive direction so that you get more of what you don't want. You know, and it's even little things like, you know, I see something like just loose change, and I always pick it up because I feel like that's the universe bringing money to me. Even if it's not, you know, a lot of money, I still will take it and thank the universe for bringing it and showing me that money is coming in. So it's all those little things. So look around you and take in all the good things that you've manifested so far and know that more is coming. Okay, so again, I love getting new subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. And I will be back later in the week. So if you hit the bell notification, you will get a notification of your January 2020 video. Love you, Virgo.